All right, welcome to my channel. I'll be Corey Draper Picklehead. That was my nickname as a kid, Corey J. Picklehead. I don't know why, but my sister was a butthole, and she's the one that did it. No lie. All right, subscribe to the channel, and we talk live good around here. We're living good, we're feeling good. And what I'd like to talk about on this video is, do you have to talk about live good all the time? Like the 100% of the video. I mean, live good, protein powder, matrix, pay plan, enroller, leaderboard. Oh my God, earnings, FAQ, contact us. You got to post, rank the bank, wank and spank and thank and wank your pank. And I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. But do you have to talk about this live good thing every damn time you open your mouth up? No, you don't have to. You can actually have a life. No one said, hey, every time you open up that YouTube camera, or every time you post on Facebook or whatnot, boy, you better post 100% about Live Good or you're going to go to jail. You will go to jail and you will not get out for 10 years. I think most people, when they watch your video or maybe your posts, they will probably watch yours over other people's because somehow you're going to start getting a little more personal. They're going to feel like they know you. And you might talk about something that really doesn't involve Live Good, maybe 5% max. And they'll go, oh, that's interesting. Oh, look in the background. Oh, look at their yard. Oh, check it out. It looks like he lives in California. Are those palm trees? People will slowly start watching your videos or looking at your posts if they somehow differentiate. That is a big ass word, folks. You try to spell that bad boy. That's a tough one. Differentiate. Use it in a sentence right now. I'm not going to continue. Use it in a sentence. Okay. Then don't. I will differentiate from talking about that word. But if you do something interesting by accident and you see views go up, or maybe you'll have someone write you and say, hey, yeah, I saw your video, but what webcam are you using? Or, I noticed when you were talking that you mentioned something about this funnel and this or that. Okay? When you start having people do that, you're on the right track, in my opinion, because there's a difference between, hearing and listening and, comprehending. Because from my radio experience, it's like, hey, come on down to RC Willie. There's free hot dogs Saturday and Sunday. Plus you get $100 bill if you just come up and ask for it. And you know what? With FM now being so repetitious and boring, I could say that, and you know how many people would show up for free hot dogs on a $100 bill? Probably one. And it's Billy. He's 12 and he's lost, and his mom and dad are buying a rocking chair, and he's outside going, hey, are those hot dogs? And then you give the little boy $100, and then the cops show up and go, what are you doing? You just gave $100 to a small child minor. You're going to jail, asshole. And you're like, wait, I was just watching a Corey Draper video. Arrest him. He's an asshole anyway. So what I mean about hearing and listening, people now, when you hear the FM radio, it's like, hey, come on down. And then sweet child of mine for the 100,000th time. And come on down. Okay. If your ads kind of start sounding like that, or you drone, or people start zoning out, that's kind of what's happening. But I'll tell you what, like I said, if people start asking you questions, maybe on your inbox of Facebook, maybe you think it's too impersonal, like, oh my God, I posted something on Facebook and now someone got on my inbox and asked me about my sweater, or, hey, those are cool glasses. That's a compliment, if you ask me. It's because they're hearing, they're comprehending, but they're finding interest in you. And they're naturally going to start thinking you as a friend because they cared enough to ask you about that. And if you write them back, say, oh, hey, thanks. I bought them. They're kind of expensive, but I just love them. I'm worried I'm going to smash them one day, and I don't know if they make them anymore, but I bought them at Nordstrom's for $75, I don't know, a year ago or so. Boy, you're on the right track. You're so on the right track because now they're looking at you as a person, as a friend. They might, and you're going to hear this phrase a lot, they're going to know, like, and somehow trust you. Okay? I hope people trust me when I tell you something. I do not bullshit ever with this company because if anything ever changed or went crooked or something else, I can at least go back and say, hey, to the best of my ability, July 4th of 2023, I just tell it how it is. There's really you don't have to fake it to make it. You don't have to bull crap about the opportunity. This is the kind of company that you can actually be kind of proud of and say, this is a cool opportunity for real. Okay? A lot of people are going to get a couple hundred extra bucks a month doing this. And that is awesome. The products are not embarrassing. We're not talking that gross, disgusting cologne that Avon used to sell, and you'd put it on the back of your toilet, and you'd put that shag carpeting weird shit on the tank, and then you'd sit there, us guys, we'd be sitting there taking a pee, looking down at this Avon bottle, and we're scared to open it because we think it's probably the plague. Bubonic, isn't it bubonic? You open it up and it's like a ghost comes out in Ghostbusters, and then you got to call the Ghostbuster team to go put that dang ghost back in the Avon bottle. Okay. A lot of people bought that cologne. My mom did. Did my dad ever open one of those bottles? No way in hell. They all have dust. Do you ever see Avon bottles and they're so dusty they look almost white? And they're like in a dark brown container and they're white with dust. You don't want to be the dust that Avon somehow has perfected on their bottles. Okay. And if your ads are, and if you're doing it, just if you type in, let's just go to Facebook. Go into the search at the top left or right and just type in LiveGood. LiveGood review. Facebook, not Google. And just see what other people are doing on Facebook. And if you notice that like 85% are somewhat similar, where they talk more about the products and then they have a picture of someone like this, or a girl going, and then there's like a picture of a jar of super greens, like people are supposed to shit their pants and go, oh my gosh, is that a white plastic jar of super greens? Hold on, I gotta call Carol. Carol, I can't believe it. I was on Facebook. Corey posted, some guy, he's got a bad haircut and a giant head. He just posted a jar of super greens on his Facebook page. I'm going to call Madge next door. Madge, Corey he put super greens on his Facebook page. Yes, get out your credit card, buy 50 of them. Now. No, that ain't going to happen. It just isn't. Now, if it does, awesome. Let me know, because I want to see that video. That is awesome if that ever happened. But you're going to find that the more you do Facebook, or if you're doing another opportunity that you need to market, folks, you got to go out there and either attract people to come to you, or people, they might be a kind of like a little magnet, and you're attracted to them because they look good, they're healthy, they're fun, they're in MLM, and they're probably hawking. You know what hawking is? Hawking's where it's like, hey, Corey, I'm in Amway. Come here, kid. And the kid's only 20, and he's calling me kid. I'm about 40 years older than that, but it's all good, man. Someone calls me kid, I'll go, thank you. I wish I was a kid. But anyway, they might be hawking something, and I'm hawking something too. Except I don't have to bribe. I don't have to like paint out LiveGood better than it actually is. All right. The best thing in my recommendations, if you value my opinion, and I think some other people will agree with this, if you invite people to watch that 5-6 minute video, it's actually 5 minutes and 55 seconds according to the timer at the bottom. It's our CEO, Ben. Cool dude. He's done a lot in MLM traditional. He got sick and tired of it. A lot of people weren't really making money, which that's just the truth. Out of 100 people doing MLM, there's probably 5 people that have, justified they're making $1 more than what it cost to be in that company. And that's just the way it is. It's been that way a long time. But I recommend inviting people and just saying, hey, keep your credit card in your pocket, man. I just want to watch a short video. And if you like what you see, take some action, man. You'll know what to do. Talk to you later. Thank you for your time. Always thank people for their time. I don't care what. People's time is valuable. It is. Don't ever think that your time is more valuable than someone else's. Obviously, if you're an open heart surgeon, brain surgeon, but you know what? Other than that, that's a no-brainer. But People are people, man. I don't care what your country you're from. If you set aside some time to do this live good thing, that's awesome. But you treat people the same. It don't matter if they're poor from another country, or maybe you're born with a silver spoon up your butthole. People's time, man, that's awesome. Boy, to have time. Isn't that badass? Isn't it luck? Isn't it awesome that you're watching me right now, and I'm hoping you're watching, and we have time. We have time to relax and figure this out. Figure your marketing plan. If you don't have a plan, don't worry about it. Turn on a camera, put your fingers like this, and talk. How many people actually talk like this? I mean, I can talk all day on a webcam, all day. And I know someone, at least someone is just a friend out there, or they're listening to me, and maybe they'll get a hold of me and just say hello or something. But I love that part about video. And if you don't mind doing video, I think it's going to dramatically increase your pre-enrolls and your upgrades, which means they're locked in. They paid their $40, and they've probably paid a year. I recommend, I'd say 99.9% of my downline, which is all over the world now, they've signed up for a year. And I like that because I know for a year they can screw off, mess up, work hard for a month or two. Life gets in the way. They could break their arm or something skiing or whatever. Maybe Christmas comes, which is traditionally distracting as a mofo. But still, I get signups. I had signups today. It's July 4th. And I had an American sign up. And they're like, hey, God bless America, or maybe do some cool tunes, wear some red and some white and blue. But they made a decision on July 4th. And that's awesome. That's cool because there's a lot of fun in America. We're very lucky here. And July 4th is a massively entertaining. I mean, there's barbecues, parades, there's Bon Jovi, there's the biggest bands in the world doing outdoor festivals. I mean, it's a pretty big deal here when we celebrate. But someone made a cool decision. And I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to do everything I can to give them just any type of education or knowledge or just a shoulder. Put out my big old arm and just say, man, you know what? Lean on it. What do you need? What do we need to do to get you two people, or just give you a little bit of confidence to finally say ready, set, go to whatever you decide to do? Could be just emails. Could be just business cards. I have business cards. They say pleasewatchvideo.com. I own that. That's all I do. And I forward that bad boy to my capture page at LiveGood. LiveGoodTour.com/Corey Draper. Let's start you that way if you're comfortable. $20 for a big old pack at vistaprint.com. I have plenty of videos on how to order and design. But it's one avenue. It's one out of a lot, you know. And you're so lucky if this is your first MLM or marketing type experience. Because, boy, all those people 100 years ago, 50 years ago, Amway into Avon into Tupperware, Mary Kay, and now you've got so many other, and they're good. No doubt about it. When you do billions, that's amazing. I have to bow and say, good for you, man. But I can't do it. There's no way I can do traditional MLM. I can't even say the darn word. But you're lucky. I'll tell you, if you have no experience and this is your first time trying this, man, I'm jealous. I wish I would have started marketing and talking on the camera and everything when I was, well, unfortunately, when I was younger, the webcam and the internet wasn't even invented yet. But my point is like, God, if you're starting right now, this company is so forgiving. You can have no experience, be humble. You can sneeze and drop your phone and pick it up and laugh and go, man, these videos are a bitch, but I'm going to give her hell and not drop it. I'd leave it in, folks. I know that sounds crazy, but you know Saturday Night Live when they start laughing and screw up? Isn't that funny? You just can't help it. You're like, oh my God, he's going to laugh. Then they look at the camera and then they look down and then you notice they go like this. In the scene, they're like, I mean, it's awesome, isn't it? I think that type of realness is so interesting. And people will just go, that person's different. That's a confident mofo. People that leave in mistakes, that I think that takes balls. No offense, ladies, but it takes balls. And just simulate having balls, ladies. Get a couple marbles, hold them in your hand. Believe me, us guys don't want them. If we could give them away for like $50, we would sell our balls. They're weird. They're weird. But you got to have some balls to go ahead and be vulnerable, mess up on a video, maybe stutter. This is common. And we have the best CBD oil. And coming up is our Zoom meeting on. It's easy to do that. It's very common. It's a big radio thing. All of us radio guys, we laugh when we first start out. Because what it is you're thinking before you're talking. And you say, yeah, and you're like, slap, bam, boom. You got to smack yourself and go, quit doing that. But there's a learning curve in a lot of things in life. And this type of company, it might take you a month or two, but don't worry about it. This company's so dang new, it's only 6 months. I know that sounds like, oh, well, if it was a week or two, but no, kids, you got to realize our distribution is perfected. Our customer support, I think, is probably a 7 out of 10, because a lot of people from around the world, when it's noon, it's midnight here, for example, if I remember right, our buddies down under in Australia. But if I had a wish list, and I don't know, I haven't been to corporate, but boy, I wish we had 50 people that just did customer support. That would be my dream. And maybe we already do. I doubt it, but I just love when someone has a real legit question and they ask it. But in my other videos, livegood.com, right on the left, it says FAQ. Use that. It's pretty damn cool. Has a lot of cool information, okay? So, all right. Well, anyway, this one's a longer video, and I totally appreciate your time. I really do. And join Corey.com. If you have not watched the video that we're kind of skimming over, watch it, man. I think you'll dig it. Ben's a good guy, and so's our company. And you'll see the Fab Four, I like to call them. They put this little Live Good party together, and I'm having a good time. I'm glad someone invited me to it. So, okay, join Corey.com, and we'll see you next video. Okay, take care. Bye.